to the Three Putt Golf Show presented to you by the one and only Legacy Maker Sports Network. Come get all your sports needs and knowledge at the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and legacymakersportsnetwork.com. Of course, you want hockey content, you want some golf content, I'm your guy. But we also have other super talented individuals who take care of everything else from MLB to soccer to NASCAR. And of course, the NFL. The NFL draft is coming up. Who is your team taking? And if you're like me, you don't really know as far as how to look at the draft. You don't know how to see what's ahead of the draft. But the thing is we have people who do. And we have a great lineup, and we're going to have a great NFL draft show. Excuse me for that one. We're going to have a great NFL draft show coming up here soon next week with the draft coming up. And be on the lookout. We have our experts giving you their sleeper picks. Does your team get one? We shall see. I know I'm pretty intrigued as I sit in on some of the meetings of this show, and you're going to like what you have to in store. But we're going to get to it. We are in the Three Putt Golf Show, and I want to apologize for not making a video on Sunday recapping the weekend, but I'm back, and we're going to go ahead and start with the recap of this past weekend. Now, this past weekend, Stewart Cink won and set a 54-hole record. This guy went low of lows. He went the absolute lowest and won the tournament, and he went the absolute lowest fast. Stewart Cink had amazing shots. He had a ball resting on a stick, saved par. If that was me, hands down would have been a triple bogey, and I would have just told him to give me a triple because we all know it would have been a quadruple. But this guy was on fire. This guy was getting it, and he was getting it with his son. Yes, you heard me, his son. Stewart Cink, up until about 8 months ago, wasn't doing much. And since 8 months ago, has won 2 to 3 times this season. Now, you may think, well, he's professional. He's won before. You're right. He has won before. But his winning definitely saw some downside of things. But what changed in 8 months? I'll tell you what changed. What changed is his son is now his caddy. His son is now his caddy. May not seem like a big deal, but we all know that as a golfer, you need somebody you could trust. You need somebody who's going to keep you calm. You need somebody who you can rely on. Now, what better person than your son, the person you raised, the person that knows you the best? Well, ever since his son has taken over 8 months ago, Stewart Cink, I believe, has won twice or 3 times so far, including this past weekend, and is back to where he was. He has all the confidence in the world and has proven to be an elite golfer once again. Yes, he slumped off. He's battled a lot of family issues, but he's back and wouldn't want to be doing it with anybody else rather than his son. So congratulations to Stewart Cink for winning this past weekend. And my sleeper pick for this past weekend was Emiliano Rio, the Argentine. And check it, y'all. This guy wasn't supposed to make the cut. This guy was supposed to end terribly. But look, he finished tied for second, for sure in the top 3. We'll just say top 3. I don't have it exactly pulled up right now. I have this week's pulled up. But he finished in the top 3. So if you put money on Emiliano Rio to just make the cut, you were in the money. Now he finished top 3, so you were in the money. Listen to me, y'all. Trust me with your knowledge. At least for this past week. We'll see how it goes this week. This week, we're going to go ahead and get things interested with the LPGA. Now, before we get into this week's tournament with the LPGA, we have to go in and say congratulations to the one and only Lydia Ko. Lydia Ko has broken a drought and went on to survive the streaks of breaking droughts. Now, we all see that this streak has started a couple weeks back as Jordan Spieth was able to come and beat and conquer the Valero Texas Open. Now, with that, he ended a 1,000+ day drought. The next week, Everybody expected Spieth to win. Matsuyama had a little thing of his own going on and broke his 1,000-day plus drought without a win. And then this past week, Lydia Ko comes out of the blue and breaks her streak of 1,000 days plus without a win. So congratulations to Lydia Ko as she now continues to break the streaks of 1,000 plus days without a win and gets it done. Congratulations, Lydia. But also keep in mind, Lydia Ko isn't just coming out of the blue to be a championship golfer. She has been number one for a while, and she's kind of slumped off, not going to lie, but she's still a top elite golfer in the world of women's golf and is going to be here to stay, and wouldn't be surprised if she gets another 2 wins this season. But this week, we have the LPGA Tour Hugel Air Premia La Open. Now, I know I butchered that, but I'm not that fluent in Spanish, so I don't want to even try. This tournament is being played starting today, the 21st, through the 24th, which we all know the women play Wednesday through Saturday. Men play Thursday through Sunday. And if you didn't know, now you know, and you got some knowledge here on the 3-Putt Golf Show with your host, Victor Herrera. Now, tied for first, we have Jutanagarn, who has taken the golf world by storm ever since she came in. And we have the Cordes sisters, one tied for first, Jessica, and the other one tied for third, one behind. Jessica still has one hole to play, so maybe she can take the lead by herself. But these Cordes sisters are here to stay. And also tied for third is fellow American with the Cordes sisters, Ernest, with a 5 under. These girls are shooting low scores. You want to see low scores, look at the LPGA. You don't just have to look at the PGA. Look at the LPGA. Now, I think it's kind of funny, and I wish I would have got this video out sooner, that I could give you an accurate, I would say, prediction as to what I wanted. But, I didn't get it out early enough, but Nelly Korda is who I actually have picked to win, and she is currently sitting tied for third at 5 under. So she's in contention. That was who I had picked to win. Sorry, I'm going to have to try to get a different schedule so we get these out sooner, so that way you can get the LPGA and the PGA predictions. But we have time to go through the PGA, and that's exactly what we're going to do, y'all. That's exactly what we're going to do. This week, we have the Zurich Classic. Before I start, I just want to go Nelly Korda, top 5 for sure. My winner this week, but top 5 for sure. The Zurich Classic is in New Orleans at the TPC Louisiana. Now, much of y'all may not have paid attention, but I'd say a little bit, a month and a half ago, we had the WGC match play, World Golf Championships match play. And this is a tournament that a lot of people are wanting to see become a major in the world of golf, which I can see it. It's different for us golf fans. It is match play. When you think of match play, you think of being out with your buddy, playing for beers, playing for shots, or doing something different. And that is what this match play gives us. It's a one-on-one, who moves on. It's a tournament of the field, but it's like a March Madness, I would say. It's 1v1, go out there, win your way to the championship, see who wins. We all love the match play. Well, this week we also have something pretty amazing. And this week we actually have pairings match play. So check this, y'all. We have pairings coming up, and some of the pairings that highlight the field is Danny Lee and Sang Moon Bae. And I mean, just think about that. Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay. Just listen to those names. And these guys are playing together, playing best ball. Now, I'm going to explain what best ball is for the people that are just tuning in and don't know much about golf, but are interested in golf and find this video because they just look up the word golf. Best ball is when, for instance, Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay play the same hole on one team. Now let's say Shoffley scores a 1 under, a birdie, and Patrick Cantlay shoots a double bogey. Well, what you're going to take is Xander Schauffele's, the best ball out of the team. Now, do you understand how amazing this tournament is and why it's right there with the one and only WGC Match Play event? So, some of the other ones that I want you to keep an eye out is Billy Horschel and Sam Burns. Now, them guys can turn it up, but also the people I'm picking to win and the guy I'm picking to end his drought because we're in the world of ending droughts right now, y'all. We getting rain in Texas. We getting rain everywhere. We are ending droughts all over. And I got Tony Finau ending his drought and getting the win with Cameron Champ. Mark it in your books. Go to DraftKings. Put some money on it. You heard it right here first from Legacy Maker Sports Network. Tony Finau and Cameron Champ getting the dub this week. At least we hope. Well, we'll take a look at some other ones and some other notables such as Graham McDowell and Matt Wallace. That doesn't sound too fair. There are very interesting pairings along this week with Bo Van Pelt and Luke List, who can become dark horses, but are going to have to struggle a lot to get past a couple of these first sets. But one other one that I'm not going to lie, and I'll be completely honest, this pairing facing each other. I'm glad they're facing each other now, but this pairing, either one of these has the opportunities to legit win this. And that is Mark Leisham and that is Cameron Smith. These guys can easily win this tournament. There's no doubt about it. They can. But on the other end, you got the young buck Colin Morikawa and the young Matthew Wolff. These guys can also win it. So we have some high impact groupings this week to keep an eye on, and this just gets me super excited as we get ready for this weekend. Tee times are going to start 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. and we're going to get locking and loading with this. You got Kevin Kisner and Scott Brown going to pair up against Jason Kokrak and Pat Perez. Pat Perez, I like him. He may not win a lot, but I like him. He's a down-to-earth guy. So keep an eye on Pat Perez too. And Max Homa. Max Homa can do things also. But one other group that I want to look at and who they're paired with, you can kind of go either way. But Henrik Stenson and Justin Rose are paired with the infamous Ryan Palmer and John Rahm. That is another one to keep an eye on. But once again, you heard it here. Me, your host, Victor Herrera, has picked Tony Finau and Cameron Champ to win. Now, if this happens, I might quit my job. I might get that much money. But no, all jokes aside, I can't bet here in Texas. So play DraftKings if you can. Put your money, Tony Finau, Cameron Champ. Or if you want to be a little safer bet, Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith. Can't go wrong with either one. We're going to get things going starting early in the morning. Be on the lookout to see who's the day leader after that. We're going to try to keep it posted on the Legacy Maker Sports Network page. If not, be on the lookout this Sunday for the recap, of this week's tournaments, including the LPGA and the PGA Tour. I want to thank y'all again for watching and tuning in to the 3 Putt Golf Show. I want to thank Legacy Maker Sports Network for the opportunity. And everybody hit them straight and get ready for this weekend. We got a great round of golf coming up. Till then, be safe, peace out, and hit them straight.